Hi guys, welcome to my kitchen. Tonight I wanted to show you how to make traditional basil pesto. So when you look up recipes for pesto, it can be a little bit intimidating. It's delicious and it's one of those things that you can buy in the store, but of course it's going to have so much better flavor if you make it fresh. But even just figuring out how much basil to use can be stressful. I know, because I can't figure out these recipes and their basil content. So I start with about 2 ounces of basil. In the stores, they usually sell them by the ounce. So the small ones that you see, the small packages of basil, those are usually 2/3 of an ounce. And then they sometimes have bigger basil containers that are about 2 ounces. So that's what I start with, but you can go with more. I've found that to be enough, but you can definitely pack some more in there if you would like. Food processor, very important for this recipe. I told you in my chimichurri video that you could probably do it without a food processor. The basil pesto, you need to have either a food processor or a very good blender so that it can get everything incorporated the way it should be. So in my food processor, I have my fresh basil. I'm gonna put the lid on. And then I have measured out here 1/2 cup of olive oil. We might not use that much. We might use only 1/4 cup. Just gonna kind of see how it goes. But we're gonna start off by adding just a little bit, just about a tablespoon, even though I probably poured in 2 tablespoons. And then we're gonna blend this really well into a paste. It won't take long at all, so hold on just a second. Okay, now you don't have to get it completely perfect at this point yet because we've still got plenty of stuff to add, but come on and take a look. Unfortunately, you can't take a smell because it smells pretty good. So, after that, we're going to add 2 garlic cloves. I just add them whole because we're using the food processor, so we let it do all the work. And then pine nuts. Now this is one of those odd ingredients in pesto that you wouldn't think is in there if you didn't know what was in there. There's a lot of pesto variations out there as well, so you can really mix this up. If you don't like pine nuts or you can't find pine nuts, they are one of the more expensive ones out there, and sometimes it's hard to find them. But if you can't find them, you can replace them with pecans, with almonds, walnuts. You can kind of do whatever you want. And then also on the amount of basil, you can actually add in spinach as well, and it will taste a little bit less basil-y, but it will give you more of the amount that you need without you having to buy so much. So I've got, between 1/2 cup and 1/4 cup of pine nuts in there, and then my garlic cloves. I'm gonna go ahead and blend that. Now at this point I need to add a little bit more oil to get everything kind of turning into a paste. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and add my cheese. This is a hard cheese blend, which is Parmesan, Romano, and Asiago, or Asiago. I don't know how you say that word. But traditionally it's just Parmesan that you would use. You can get it pre-shredded like this, like I did, or you can get like a wedge of it in the store and you can just blend it right in that way. Either way works. Okay, so I did end up using all my oil. Now come and take another look because it looks a little bit different. It looks a little bit lighter in color. So that's kind of what you're going for there. Now, last 2 ingredients are going to be some salt, which you definitely need to perk that up and just give it that little extra element. and then half of a lemon. Now you don't have to do the lemon. The lemon is optional. It's not in all of the recipes out there, but I like it because it gives it just a little bit more brightness. So then I'm going to blend that one more time, and that's going to be my pesto. Now what you can do with this, as much as you want to. You can just spread it on toast if you want. You can put it on pasta, of course, because that's a very popular thing to do with it. I like to put it on my tortellini because it gives it just another flavor, like chicken with tortellini noodles and pesto. You could also do it on gnocchi. So there's a lot of things that you can do with it. It's really delicious and it's way easier than it seems. So I hope you try it and like it, and please comment if you do.